Greetings. This is Malawians in SA podcast. Today, I have the privilege of interviewing one of our beloved brothers that is here in South Africa, Cape Town to be specific. He goes by the name of Benjamin, also known as Vitu Kandawile. Brother Benjamin, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this segment of Malawians in SA.
You're welcome.
Would you mind introducing yourself, who you are, and your journey coming to this country?
Okay, my name is Vitu Benjamin Kandawile. It's Kandawile, by the way, not with an M, with a K. Okay. I came in Cape Town, I think that was 2008. Originally from Malawi, Planter. Grew up in Chilimba. Yeah, so that's about me.
Thank you so much. Wow. So, being in this country, we are a lot of Malawians that are here. But it's only a few where if probably you're not coming from the same area, you won't know that this is a Malawian. And what do you think about the community of Malawians that are here? And why are we so divided?
Kwambiri, it's because kuti anthu kusaziwana. Mostly anthu ambiri amene amakhala kuziwana makati mwina anachokera hood imodzi and kind of things like that. Komano like woti okhala mahood osiyana sitimaziwana kwenikweni.
Wonderful. So since you came in South Africa, how has your experience been like since you came? Obviously you are not South African, and being someone that is from outside, how was your experience, upon arrival in South Africa?
Yeah, upon arrival was ukamabwera mucha sometimes umakhala ulibe full information of what's happening here. Mango nyama what okay, I'm going to SA and stuff like that without proper planning.
Yes, true.
Like originally it was kuti I came to do school. Komano after ufika kuona situation and things, I ended up starting working. Komano, as I'm saying, udu makadu muntu ulibe information.
Yes.
Like nchito yanga yoyamba kunoko inali yokwira muchi track. Nyamara wa mchilole. Literally wa mchilole kunyamula ulaisha michenga chanchani. Komano despite kuti ndi my qualifications as I'm a professional owner. Komano I ended up doing that 40 ndinalibe information yokwanisa. Okay.
Yes.
Plus iso mapepa alaso and stuff like that. Yeah, so muntu kamachoka ku Malawi kuchati kubwera kunoko makadu sukuziwa kwenikweni. You're just diving in there and see what's going to come out.
That's going to come out. Yes. Yeah, this is why also we are creating this platform, so that we create a platform of information. Kuti anthu ena musanabwere muzidziwa kuti what is happening here in South Africa, for you to have an idea, to have information, and also to be not just entertained but also educated how life is here. Because sometimes you come with expectations, but when you arrive you see that your expectation and what is the reality is different. So I would like to thank you also for your sincerity and sharing your journey. So what was the shift like since you came and then you started doing handiwork, and then what shifted in your life since you came?
When I was coming nali tabanga kale course ya accounting then kufika kuno started ya nchiloleyo. Then mara ndira about maybe 45-50 rand a day on those days. Kela gosa kujosele boso transport ya kujosele boso ya lunch and stuff like that. You're going home literally with 30 rand and stuff like that. Komano knowing myself kunawadi ndinapanga bosina zake, I was busy trying to apply my internet like usually I used to use Gumtree. Mapanga apply nchito imene ndili mu sector imene. Then from there you must know kuti namba ngati ground level pa law.
Yes.
I shifted pesa no kanchito no ka accounting at least no ka income no kumadani kumabwera no koti kolongo soka. Not really kolongo soka as kuti what you want komano chifukwa you started from bottom. You're working your way up. Ukayamba kulandira hapo ina yake yote yochulukira hapo. Okay, at least there's a shift. Yeah, so that's when I went to kuyamba ntchito ya accounting, then from that job nazapeza so inano a better one. As I am saying, you're working your way up. Pangono pangono, you're working up the way you're the ladder.
So in other words, if you are a Malawian that is here in South Africa, or just a foreigner, whoever you are that is watching, when you come in a country like this, you must not obviously be too ambitious to achieve everything in the same day.
Never.
So patience was
patience was key. You must not choose what ndipanga ntchito, because most of the people nowadays chimavuta nchonera kuti amasankha ntchito kind of. Okay, you choose good. No, I'm in this profession. That means siningapanga ntchito yakuti. Komano, what you must know kunoko it's different. Like Malawi, Malawi, you've got accommodation in Makam when usually are free, or you've got chakuja is usually free. Koma ukabwera kunoko, you have to hustle chili chose. One from accommodation, two chakuja and stuff, and normal basic life needs. Then that's when you realize that I don't need putting this second chito komano. I must make sure I earn something that I'm going to be able to cover my rentals. I must earn something that I must be able to feed myself. Let alone feed me.
So during that time, like obviously, like now you are a family man, you are a responsible man, you have got children. Like, but that time when you came, you were alone. So now, what was the shift now? Because now when you are staying alone, obviously your responsibilities and how you manage your finances, is different. So can you advise someone that probably has got a family, or probably someone that is single or wants to get married, and what is the cost of living here in South Africa for a Malawian, and obviously how do you navigate obviously from being single, how were you navigating in terms of finances, and then now that you finally had a family, how was your intelligence in terms of handling finances?
Kwambili, like if you're single, don't rush into getting married, because life is simpler here when you're alone, because when you're alone you can just go bank somewhere. First sort out your finances before rushing into saying, okay, I'm gonna get a partner, and then you start staying. Okay, so focus on yourself first, build yourself first, have enough finances to cover family. Okay, so like for example kakalaweka utakanga gona pa room yanzako wina wako ngati rent suna bank afford utakumwena for a few days you bank up, the next day you bank up. Komano think of kutu kakati uli the family. That cannot happen. So if you're a single guy and you came from Malawi, don't rush. Build yourself first. After building yourself, that's when you can go into the other things. Like
so, in other words, you are saying that if you are privileged to, get a proper job, or you are making money, don't look at the money. So you should also be willing to share accommodation with others, so that you can develop financial capacity. Okay, thank you so much. Continue.
So build yourself first, because once you build yourself, then you can accommodate others.
Wonderful. So then, when now the time came for you to like obviously have a family, what was the shift in your mindset from not just being by yourself, but now for you to establish like a family?
That's when my responsibilities come in. They kick in, because once you've accommodated somebody, they are on board. The partner wako, if you were buying into Jamuntu Mos, now you're buying into Zantawi. If you were buying into Zantu Chagujaja, or sometimes you skip meals. Now you can't, because Mulipo you have to.
So like so I'm part of community Malawi that moved from Malawi to come this side. So obviously there are issues that happen back home that affect us also, those that stay here. So looking at our country, obviously as a concerned citizen, like as youth in Malawi, obviously the world has shifted. I'm not sure how Malawi is looking at progressive development in terms of like infrastructure, yeah, technology, could I incorporate within Malawi, because like now, AI is taking over. Even my private companies, people are still running with files.
Yeah.
So akangoti basi pa chitika ma accusation and then our face basi evidence yapita, then we also it's drawing us back as a nation. So what do you think, as a concerned citizen, what can we do in terms of incorporating technology? If as a nation we should move along with the world progressing?
As you can see, as you know already, Malawi has always been behind. In terms of Fuchidi, we even if you can want, they must incorporate my IT things and stuff like that. Zima vote. Malawi file analog. Literally file. You take the actual file, move it from one desk to the next. We still a long way to go. Komano, even before tackling Zinkadzama technology, we have to tackle Zintu Vitu. Zimenezi improve lifestyle and kapena live it Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. So, like now, as a Malawian that has been in this country, how is your life at the moment? Are you still working, or what do you do now?
Okay. Currently, I'm still working. I'm a financial manager at a certain printing company. Okay. So I run a bar, a restaurant. It's called Pakwathu Dry Restaurant.
Wow. Yeah. So why do you choose to keep working while you have a business going? What's your wisdom behind it?
You can do both and still succeed. You see, it's not literally about okay, I've got a restaurant, then the restaurant must restaurant runs on its own. It's a business on its own. It's got its own staff that are working there. In essence, I've got my own work, so they both work. So that's why I'm still working.
Wow. So for anyone that is looking for financial literacy, this is Finance 101. You can have an employment and still run a business, so that you are not challenged with finances. So that's very good to hear. So how is business going? How can people find you? Where are you located? And what services are you rendering at the moment?
Pakwathu Dry Restaurant is located in Woodstock. It's on number 1 Strand Street. It's the only restaurant that offer Malawian cuisine.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. And we actually came up with the idea of opening a Pakwathu after seeing other nations that are here in South Africa, like my Nigerians, my Zimbabweans. They've got their own places where they chill. You name them.
Yes.
You name them. So it was a thing with, okay, what about Malawian community? We don't have a place where we can chill and stuff like that. There is no place where we can have our own meals, like we now used to eating my egusi. We were introduced to a egusi because there was no platform so that's when we introduced Pakwathu Dry Restaurant. So Malawi, you can come find us 1 Strand Street, Woodstock.
For those of you that are in Cape Town, Pakwathu Mbamene Banali club imatero kuti amadota ndiye chamutsto kumene mungati mukumbukira anthu kuti makhala muzindamo for a long time. That is the place. So for those that want to order your food, those that are probably not close to you, online, do you have any services?
So if you want to order food, you can find us on Uber Eats,
okay.
Or Mr. D. Then they will deliver for you. You just search for Pakwathu Dry Restaurant, then you got it, then you go through.
Or do you have any phone number that they can use to contact, or WhatsApp?
There's a line for the business. It's 078-946-4555. Both WhatsApp and calls.
Wow. Just say it again for those that are slow to hear.
078-946-4555.
Wow. So, as you know, this is a platform for Malawians we are here to make sure that we promote Malawian culture and also to create a community of Malawians where we can come together, discuss. It's not just an issue of entertainment, it's awareness, it's education, but above all, it's bringing us together as a nation, because we are a nation within the nation of South Africa. So that was just also going to my next question, because I was going to ask you, how do you maintain your culture as a Malawian here in South Africa, considering that we have got many different nationals and races that are here in Cape Town?
There is a saying, Chagwanu, I think. So, because I'm surrounded by the community, Malawi and stuff like that, chikhalidwe chako so much sinta so anyway. Chikhalidwe sichimayambira just now kuti wakulagale. It's you're brought up with it. Chimasalira in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So the other thing that I was going to ask also is how has your life here in South Africa changed your perception? And because it's not like the way you are now. Obviously, my notions and my impressions are right now, or even maybe ambitions, if I may say. What were things that you had to put aside, and what were things that you had to adapt to become a better person that you are today?
In life, muntu maina mapanga prioritize izinto. Komanso what I've learned kunoti kumalawi kuja tilibe information yokwanira izinto. Ndife osalira kind of komano, unfortunately I have to use that word. Zinthu zambiri ukabwera kuno kuti maphunzira ngati even simple plumbing panopo and they can do better plumbing when they come kuno. Even simple carpentry they can do better tikabwera kunoko as amanena kuti muyende muone agalwa michombo. Once you travel, that's when you open up your mind. So umaphunzira zinthu zambiri zoti even iwewe sunafuna kuphunzira komano because of the environment imene uli you're forced to learn things.
What aspects of Malawian culture that you have tried to preserve while you are here?
Okay, the mostly my aspects of Malawian culture I've tried to preserve on the example ngati introducing my Malawian cuisines in Cape Town and stuff like that. Komaso Pakwathu, it's a platform we made mapanga opening up kunena artists agu Malawi they can come and perform just to maintain culture ya Malawi. You see? Like mostly Poyamba they used to go like my schools and stuff. Panali malonga not accommodative for Malawians. Komano panopo until they know kuda there is Pakwathu. If we want Malawian music, tikapesa Pakwathu. If we want to listen to Malawian music, tikamvera Pakwathu.
Wow. Artist anje amene abwera pa malo anu Pakwathu.
Like Black Missionaries has performed at Pakwathu. Anja Tema has performed by Pakwathu. Anja Janta, just to mention a few.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is really happening in South Africa. A Malawian creating a platform from other Malawians. So that's what we are trying to say, that we can create a platform where we can coexist with one another, giving each other opportunities. So this is why this platform has been created. In the near future, if there is employment opportunities, we will be posting on these platforms so that Malawians can also have an easy access to such opportunities. If there is training seminars, we'll also be posting on these platforms so that we can build one another, because if you move forward, we all move forward as a nation. Wow. So what are the biggest cultural differences between Malawi and South Africa that you had to adapt as a person?
Zinthu zambiri zimene zili zosiyana ndi ku Malawi ndi chikhalidwe kwambiri. Kunoko chikhalidwe chake chimakhala chosiyana as compared ndi chakwathu kumuzi. Okay? Kunoko you have to learn and you have to be open to changes.
Yes.
That's when you can be able to adapt kuti zinthu zosiyana and accept it.
Wow. So what are your expectations, obviously, and future hopes? Like obviously before moving to South Africa, you had dreams and ambitions and things that you wanted to achieve? And then what are your obviously expectations moving forward here in the country? And then if you had any before, what changed over time? And then in terms of your future plans, do you see yourself permanently staying here in South Africa, or what are your future plans? So expectations and future hopes.
My expectations are I want to try to grow Pakwathu to become a bigger brand. Maybe somehow open maybe another branch in Durban, maybe another branch in Pretoria. So those are the goals that we're trying to push towards.
Wow. What can you tell young people that are here, or young Malawians, or even any Malawian that is here in South Africa that is come newly, or those that want to come? What do you want to advise them?
Ukamakula muntu, you don't think with ndizapita ku South Africa and stuff like that. Usually kwambiri makati okay apapo bwanji ndikaise mwayi kwina and stuff like that. Then once you get there, you see good, okay, zimakhala chonchi kuno, that's when you adapt, you change.
How do you think, what's your advice for the community of Malawians that are here in South Africa, and how can we build, and obviously how can we work together?
Okay, my advice kuno kwa anthu amene ali kuno ku Malawi tizingolimbikira kufansa kuja osakuphwekesa, tizilimbikira, tizifansa zokubayiba osathamangira. Try to work things munjira yake chifukwa Mulungu amadalitsa ake. Ne kwa anthu amene ali ku Malawi, don't rush kungothamangira kunoko chifukwa kunoko life imaoneka simple zikakhala zinthu zayamba kuyenda, komano life kunoko ndiyovuta in terms of mapepala ntchito. It's not like the way it used to be kunoko ntchito zinkapezeka zambirimbiri. Masiku ano zinavuta, ntchito zimavuta, mapepala so amavuta so kuti ukhale in order. So if you're planning on traveling kunoko, make sure panga mapepala ako apopo, then you find life easier. Chifukwa nthawi zambiri kuno mapezeka kuti wapeza ntchito ya popo, komano chifukwa timene mapepala ako salipo, sungathe kugwira ntchito ija, mapezeka kuti ntchito ija wailuza. So put the paperwork first and make sure kuti mwaenda njira yolondola. Chofunika kwambiri ndi kugwirizana. Anthu mukakhala kugwirizana zinthu zimakhala zophwekerapo. Umodzi muli mphamvu. I think there is a saying like that kumalango kwathu. So mwina titakhala tikupanga unite Amalawi osamasemphana kwambiri ngati mene tilili pano. Nthawi zambiri ndimapereka chitsanzo kunoti anthu amayiko ena amakhala kuno zimaphwekera chifukwa amapanga zinthu limodzi as compared ndi Malawians. Anthu Malawi ife timafuna kutipanga chilichonse payekha. Pomwe titapanga ngati zinthu kumapanga ngati community pakamodzi, zinthu zina zitakhala zophweka.
How have you maintained your sanity as a person, and how have you kept, your peace? Are you a man of faith? And if you are, what are the key points that you have kept you alive till this very moment?
Kunoko, once you're here, it's a battlefield. And the only thing that can keep you going is Bempera uja, wapo. Mabempera umagwada. Ask for guidance. Just a simple prayer like that one. Just a simple prayer like that one. So, mukafika kunoko osaziwala kumene wachokera mabempera. Anthu aliyense amakhala ndi zofuna zosiyana-siyana, ndipo amakhala understanding yawo ndiyosiyana-siyana. Mmene mwina ndanenera previously kunena kuti patience plays a vital role. Kuti you must be patient, be open-minded. Don't just say kuti ine ndimaziwa zakuti. Learn to look at things in somebody's shoe, different perspective than yours. Chifukwa each and every opinion aliyense akamayankhula opinion yake kamaona ngati ndiyolondola. Komano sometimes step back and listen. You see these things are different. When you look at a different perspective ya muntu wina yetu.
Yeah.
My advantages are bringing anger is like humbleness. Umaziwa ku Malawi different fast. Ndi zinthu ngati zimenezo plays a very big role ukakhala kuno kufasa kuja osaba kuphwekesa.
Apa nimene macheza athu ayendera ndi m'bale wathu Benjamin, also known as Fintumbiko Kandawile, the owner of Pakwathu restaurant. For those that are in Cape Town, I urge you to support him and visit the restaurant for a best, if not the best, Malawian cuisine in South Africa. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Malawians in SA. Like, subscribe, and share this video so that others can also come across this video and be uplifted, educated, and edified. Thank you so much. I'm your host, B.O.B. Until we meet next time, thank you and God bless you.